Here are 5 easy ways to increase your book sales on Amazon. What's going on, guys? Sean here. Welcome back to another video. So if you're new to the channel, I make videos on self-publishing books on Amazon and making passive income online. So if you're interested in those kind of stuff, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. So in this video, I want to give you 5 easy ways to increase your book sales on Amazon. If you implement these 5 steps, I promise you your sales will significantly improve. So let's get right into the video. So tip number 1 is using SEO optimized keywords. So a lot of people mess up here and they significantly sabotage their book sales. And what SEO stands for is search engine optimization. You have to be adding keywords in your book titles for your book to be discovered, okay? If you don't have keywords in your book title, your subtitle, or the 7 keywords section when you're uploading your book will not rank for relevant keywords, and no way people will find your book unless you're paying for your book to be discovered by running Amazon ads. So why would you want to pay for your book to be discovered when you can get your book discovered for free by simply adding a keyword in your title? It's such an easy step, and if you want to make passive income, this is what you want to do, is focus on SEO, okay? So an example is, if you want to find a book on raising chickens, say if I was a customer and I want to find a book on raising chickens, you have to think, what would a customer type in the search bar? Obviously, they will put something like raising chickens, right? And because the search keyword is raising chickens, and these books have exactly raising chickens in the title, these books are the ones that are showing up, provided these are sponsored, so these are ads. But from the first one here, right? Raising chickens here, raising chickens. So all these books that are showing up on page 1 has the keyword in their title, and that is why Amazon knows that this book is about raising chickens, and since people are searching raising chickens, it must be relevant, and that is why let's show these books to the customer. And that is how your books are discovered. And the biggest mistake people make is they always try and make this like cute title or a clever title that breaks the keyword, right? So instead of using raising chickens, they use something else that they think it's more fancier, they think it's more cool, but in reality, they're missing out on the entire SEO aspect, and it might be cool sounding title, but they're missing out on so much sales. So it is definitely not worth doing that. And this is a perfect example of that. Instead of using raising chickens in the title, this person used how to speak chicken. Now it might sound cooler, right? It might sound more intriguing, but this person completely missed out on the SEO aspect. And every time somebody searched for raising chickens, they're not the first one to pop up because there are other books that are using SEO and this book is not. Now, tip number 2 is to niche down in your keywords. So now that you're using keywords in your book title, so you're doing SEO properly, the next mistake a lot of people make is the keywords they're selecting is way too broad, right? It's way too competitive. So say you're properly using animal coloring book for kids in your title, but animal coloring book for kids literally have 60,000 other books for this search term. It's extremely competitive, and it's going to be extremely hard to rank on page 1 when there's only like 12 spots on page 1 out of 60,000 books that are competing for it. So it's extremely hard. What you want to do is to niche down, because niching down not only will drop the number of competitors, but it's also going to increase your sales because you're speaking to that specific targeted audience. Now, what you can do is to download this extension that is free. It's called Amazon Search Suggestion Expander, because the best way to niche down is simply let Amazon suggest what kind of other keywords people are typing in. Now, Amazon will give you its suggestion, but if you have this plugin, it's going to expand its suggestion to so much more. So you have so much more options here. Now, if I remove for kids, because I want more option on what kind of animal coloring book that I can make, I have so much more options because of this plugin. And you can see that there's so many ways that I can go into niching down. We got animal coloring book for adults, specifically for stress relief. We have animal coloring books for kids with different ages, like 2 to 8, 4 to 8, for boys, for toddlers, right? For this example, let's do animal coloring book for toddlers 2 to 4 years, okay? So that's the keyword you can niche down to. And now you went from having 50,000 other books competing with you to just 1,000 results, meaning 1,000 books are competing for this keyword. So it's perfect. I mean, this is how you niche down, and this is how you can find different keywords that are much easier to compete. And it's as simple as letting Amazon suggest you on different keywords that people are typing in, and then you just go and check that. Now from here, you can even niche down even more, as you can see, by simply typing in a space here. I got even more suggestions, such as farm animals coloring book for toddlers, right? Or cute animals coloring books for toddlers. So this is how you can keep going and going and keep finding new keywords to publish in. Now, the third tip is to launch your book properly. So a lot of people don't know this, but Amazon has an algorithm where they favor new books that were released. And for the first 30 days of the book being released, you will rank higher on the search results and your book will be more visible, because the first 30 days is kind of like a test that Amazon will run on your book to see if people are buying your book, right? They'll show your book to more people, and if people click on it, if people buy and give Amazon good signs that your book sells, then they will keep it on page 1 or higher up in the search results. But if you don't send Amazon those good signals that your book gets sales, your book gets clicks, by not getting sales and clicks, then Amazon will drop your book to much lower pages, such as page 10, page 20, where no one's going to ever discover your book. So that is why the first 30 days after you launch your book is extremely important. And a lot of people go through the book launch phase where they get a ton of sales and ton of reviews for your book to send Amazon these good signals. Well, how do you do a proper book launch? Well, there's different promo sites you can use. You can run a ton of Amazon ads. If you have a following in your email list or social media, you can blast your book to them so you can get a bunch of sales from there. But the point is, you want to get as many sales and as many reviews in the first 30 days to send those good signals on Amazon, so Amazon will rank your book in the algorithm. Okay, so if you guys want to learn exactly how I launch my book, I do have a complete KDP course. You guys can check it out in the description below. But the point is, I mean, even if you're doing low content or if you don't have a lot of budget to do a full book launch, you can just simply post your books in a couple social media channels, or the best way is to run Amazon ads, but at a low bid, so you're not spending too much. But at least this way you're getting some clicks, you're getting some sales, and you're sending some signals to Amazon that your book deserves to be on page 1 and it should stay there. So that brings me to tip number 4, and that is to get reviews on your book, because obviously if you have 0 reviews on your book and another book, which is your competition in the exact same keyword, has even 5 reviews or 10 reviews, say way more than that, obviously people are going to pick their book over yours unless you have some kind of unique angle to your book or something that differentiates your book to theirs, right? If it's on the exact same topic, covering the exact same thing, what makes you think they're gonna want to buy your book with 0 reviews when your competition has a lot more reviews, right? So if you don't have any unique angle, then you need to have more reviews. So the easy way to get reviews is if you have a book on, say, coloring books for kids, right? And that is your niche. The best way to get reviews are to simply go into different Facebook groups in your niche and give out a free copy of your book in exchange for a review on Amazon. Now, you can't demand a review, but you can ask if they're willing to do it. And a lot of people are willing to leave a review if you give them the copy of the book for free. So to find these relevant Facebook groups that you can go and offer a free copy of your book in exchange for a review, it's as simple as going into Facebook, typing in whatever keywords that's relevant to your book. In this case, we did coloring books for kids, right? And we're getting a lot of groups that are coloring books for adults. So maybe if you have a coloring books for adults, these are good groups to go into. But we have coloring pages, books, tips, free printable coloring pages. So people who are in here are all looking to get free printable coloring pages. So that's perfect, right? You can offer them a free copy of your book in exchange for a review on Amazon. So this is what you want to do. You go in, interact with them, and chat with them and get them on a PM. You can make a post, if it's not too salesy, asking people that, hey, I'm looking for reviews on Amazon. I'm happy to give out a free copy of the book. Would you be open to it, to reading it and perhaps giving me a review? So that's all you have to do, and you can start collecting a ton of reviews that way. Now, tip number 5 is to focus more on your cover quality, because if your cover sucks, no one's gonna buy your book, even though your content itself is excellent. If your cover is terrible, no one will go and take a look inside, okay? So that is why having a nice cover is one of the most important things when it comes to getting more sales. And you can see in this example, this is a slide from my lesson in the course. And you can see the difference in the cover quality you get based on ordering it from a professional, ordering it from Fiverr, or doing it yourself. Unless you are extremely skilled with Adobe Illustrator or Canva or other tools that you can use to create covers, I highly recommend you outsource this process to a professional. And it doesn't always have to go to the professional option, right? If you're making covers yourself already and you're making covers like this, right, you can simply upgrade to the Fiverr option, which is about $5 to $10, and then you can get a better version of the cover. Even though it might not be as good as the professional option, it's still an upgrade and you will still see an increase in sales. But the best case scenario is you can use something like 99 designs, 100 covers, and you can get a really good cover design like this. But you can also manage it with Fiverr, which is about $5 to $10, sometimes $20 if you find a good Fiverr designer. Now, there are better Fiverr covers that you can make than this, right? You can make it much better. This is just one example I found. If you can give good directions to the designer, and if the designer has a good eye, then you can make a very good Fiverr cover that can sell a lot of copies. So the point is, you want to focus on having a really nice cover because that'll affect your sales significantly. All right, guys, that is it for the video. Thanks for watching. If you guys are interested in learning how to build a publishing business that can literally make you a millionaire, because that's what it did for me, then I have a complete Amazon KDP course. You guys can check it out. The link is below this video, as well as all the tools and resources that I recommend also in the video description. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you guys in the next one.